Hey guys, Bill P here from BP3 Crypto on BP3TV, and welcome back to the channel. So, couple things I wanted to go over just before I called it a day. It's 11:37 here on the East Coast, and I hope everything finds you in the best of everything, the best of spirits, the best of hopes, of dreams, and wishes. And I want to remind you that this is educational advice only, not investing advice. Do your own research, invest only what you can afford to lose, and good luck. So there's just a couple things I want to go over here for, like I said, for the end of the day. Just wanted to do a little wrap up about the Goldman CFO and him dropping the fake news bomb. All right. And I was going to talk about Kracken. They had a Kracken exchange had a security breach a little while back, or just recently, I guess. And they're not really sure what to do. But at first, 57 North Americans were laid off. And then about 200 people out of the Halifax office up in Canada were forced to resign the other day. So we'll just touch base on that, and then we'll end things on a light note, or should I say light 'em up note, with Elon Musk and his antics this week on the Joe Rogan show. So I hope you guys are doing great. Let's jump right into it. So what do we got here? Goldman CFO, the story about us dropping Bitcoin trading was fake news. It sometimes feels like the price of Bitcoin rises and falls on the turn of a speculative dime. And yesterday we saw one such moment come to pass when it was reported that Goldman Sachs was planning to drop a plan to build a Bitcoin trading platform, causing the price of the cryptocurrency to crash. But today, at TechCrunch Disrupt, the CFO of Goldman Sachs described the story as fake news. How about that, huh? Fake news. I don't believe one of these guys, one of these kind of guys said it. These are the guys that make fake news. These are the guys that operate off of fake news. But apparently these guys were hit by fake news and said that, in fact, the bank is still considering how to offer services that involve physical Bitcoin, but that is not, but it has not yet set a timeline for it. I was in New York yesterday, and I was co-chairing our risk committee, and I saw the news article. It said CFO Marty Chavez, referring to the report yesterday. It wasn't like we announced anything or that anything had changed for us. I never thought I'd hear myself actually use this term, but I really have to describe that as fake news. So, they made some announcements some months back that they were going to get into it, possibly open up a trading desk, look at the different options for their customers, their clients. And this article the article that came out 2 days ago basically said that they were dropping all of the involvement with Bitcoin. Well, it was not true. They're still going ahead. They're focusing on the investors, large scale, but they are still going over things so they can offer some kind of physical Bitcoin services or products. So what do I think about this? I think they could have came clean a little bit earlier. I think they know more about it than they let us know. I mean, why was not the Goldman CFO right on top of this and making the announcement right after he found out about it? I'm sure as soon as it was tweeted, it hit his desk. I am positive. So what? Let it roll for a little while, destroying things, But honestly, that wasn't the only thing behind that big downturn, if it was even at all. It's the selling of the large amounts of Bitcoin and Ethereum on the open market and crashing the price purposely. That's more likely what caused it. A little bit of the FUD, throw in a whole bunch of shorts, and you've got, don't forget the stop losses, and you've got a day that can take out weeks of trading gains. Get your act together, Goldman Sachs, because transparency is going to cause shit to hit the fan with you guys. Be honest or be on with yourself. That's what I say. Okay, so next up, what do we got here? Kracken Exchange. Okay, so this is from CoinDesk. Kracken Exchange denies a rumor of office closure and security breach. And all these big companies are denying stuff, right? Is this more FUD, Kraken? What do you got to say about this? US-based cryptocurrency exchange Kraken has denied a rumor that it has emerged on social media, claiming the firm has denied a rumor that has emerged on social media, claiming the firm is shutting down operations at one of its service centers amid a security issue. Reddit user Throwaway 340-34-32-4 posted a thread on Thursday claiming the exchange is closing operations in Halifax, Canada, and has just laid off hundreds of people in response to a security breach. Another user, Mr. Mysterious Plankton, who is apparently one of the Halifax employees, commented on the thread that they were asked to accept voluntary resignation with 8 weeks' pay as a severance package or risk being laid off. Now, I came across this the other day and I mentioned it in a video really briefly. But what was interesting and why I wanted to go in here is because it's a second article in it's 2 articles in 2 days by 2 major companies that they're denying the rumors. These guys are trying to tell us that FUD is being spread about them by other people. But then when we talk to their employees from multiple sources, we get the same thing. 8 weeks pay, severance package, to accept a voluntary resignation or risk being laid off. So anyway, here's what they added. The employees. Security everywhere, required to hand in door fobs, sitting in lunchroom, getting told due to volumes being down, both trading and support ticket, and in light of opening a new office in Asia, we need to reduce costs. And a layoff of recently hired less than 3 months, approximately 57 people was not enough. So 200 people more, about 40% that are in their customer services with the security operations were laid off, right? I don't even know if it's legal. And some people are looking into that. While Kraken has not made any official statement to address the issue, its customer support operation replied that at least 2 inquiries on Twitter to deny most of the allegations. We cannot confirm that we are not shutting down any operations in any specific place, and there has been no security breach. Oh, we can confirm that we are not, and there has been no security breach. Everything is fine, everything's secure, said the exchange. And these guys are walking on thin ice. So with that, let's end the night on a light note, right? I wonder if you guys have heard about this, but Elon Musk pot smoking video unnerves his investors. So Elon Musk did a podcast with Joe Rogan. He's a controversial podcast figure out there. And apparently during the interview, marijuana and tobacco cigarette and fired it up and then passed it to Elon. And just here's a little clip of Musk toking it up. Now, I mean, is it real? Probably. But was it a good idea? Probably not. And we can read these little bubbles because I just did before. And they give you a little bit of grasp what's going on. It's tobacco and marijuana. That's all it is. Elon Musk is considered to be a super genius by many of his fans. But for someone who's supposedly so smart, he had some pretty questionable moments. Most recently, the Tesla CEO appeared on the Joe Rogan Experience and smoked pot on camera with the comedian. This comes only a few weeks after he gave a bizarre interview to the New York Times, where he acted erratically and admitted taking Ambien to fall asleep. Previously, he publicly feuded with one of the men responsible for rescuing the trapped soccer team in Thailand, calling the man a pedo guy despite offering no evidence. After the controversy settled, he dubbed down on his claim. Yeah, he said sorry, but he didn't say sorry. He also surprised his own board of directors by tweeting about taking Tesla private. It's interesting. I'm considering taking Tesla private at 420, funding secured. At 420, huh? Which prompted an investigation by the SEC. So here we go. Musk had better colonize Mars pretty soon. because he might need a place to hide out for a bit. New York Post, of course. Anyway, what do you think about all of that? Okay, huh? Elon Musk, a couple major companies lying, a bunch of stuff happening in the cryptocurrency space and cryptocurrency world. Guys, thank you for listening. I hope you learned something and had a good laugh. Keep your eyes and ears open in this world because anything can and will happen. This is Bill P. from BP3 Crypto on BP3 TV. Have a good night, guys. Ciao.